Hey everybody, you know what? I had a dream last night that for some odd reason, I lost my entire collection of fragrances. And that gave me an idea. If I had to start all over again and I only had $500 to do it, what fragrances would I choose to rebuild my collection? If you were starting a collection, these, in my opinion, would be the best fragrances to start with just to cover everything and round out the year. Y'all know I had to have my coffee, right? So if I had to start over, my very first fragrance would definitely be MONTBLANC Explorer, aka Baby Invictus. I'm gonna break this down to you just a little bit since I got a multitude of fragrances to go with here. So like I always say, to the laptop. Now this is not a fragrance review video. I have multiple videos talking about MONTBLANC and the other fragrances that I have here that I'm going to be showing. But I just want to give a real short synopsis and how much each fragrance can be so you can get to that total of $500 without maxing out. So let's see here, MONTBLANC Explorer. I will have a list of all the fragrances and the cheapest places I've been able to find. Since I updated my list on my discounted sites, everything will be in the description. So MONTBLANC Explorer is called Baby Invictus for a reason. It's like having a Chrysler 300 next to a Phantom. It's not a Phantom, but it sort of kind of looks like it, if you squint real hard, right? But MONTBLANC Explorer is going to be your all-around fragrance here. With MONTBLANC Explorer, you can wear this any time of the year except really harsh colds. It's not going to last long, but hey, we're trying to keep this list to 500 and under. This would be a great utility fragrance. You may have to bathe in MONTBLANC Explorer, so I'm saying about maybe 8, 9 sprays. It won't be choking. I know what you're thinking, all those sprays are going to be, but it's not. What MONTBLANC Explorer is going to be is one of those that you will have to reapply. It smells amazing fresh out. What you'll get is the bergamot, some of the pink pepper, some of the celery sage, the Haitian vetiver, a little bit of that leather. You definitely get some of that ambroxan, that patchouli. It's an amazing fragrance. It's a great fragrance for if you want to smell expensive without breaking the bank. This particular size of MONTBLANC Explorer is a 2.0, so it's a 2 ounce. You can get this size or even a 1 ounce from Joma Shop for roughly 38 bucks. I've then seen it at other discounts for about 35. I even seen it at 20 on sales. I will put everything in the description to get the best bang for your buck on this. But just based off of what I'm looking here on the laptop, let's just start this off at $38.99. Plus tax, let's round it up to about 40 bucks. So MONTBLANC Explorer, roughly 40 bucks. Now y'all know I had to give y'all a little bit of a bad boy fragrance, and this bad boy fragrance is none other than Tom Ford's Ombre Leather. This is an amazing fragrance that'll definitely turn heads. It smells like an expensive leather jacket. Tom Ford's best fragrance, in my opinion, is the original Ombre Leather. Now let's look it up. Now Tom Ford's Ombre Leather, this right here, do not wear this in summer. This is going to be your fall. This is going to be your slightly cooler night, winter fragrance. It definitely would do the trick. You can even wear this, I would say, depending on the occasion, as a special occasion type of fragrance. But like I say again, depending on the occasion, this is going to have on top that cardamom, a whole bunch of leather. It's sweet. I don't know why, but everybody I've spoken to in the different avenues that I've looked at for these fragrance notes mention a little hint of a raspberry note. I can get that on the sweetness, but Fragrantica doesn't show that. But like I always say, Fragrantica with a grain of salt. Now with Tom Ford's Ombre Leather, you can get it right around $100. Roughly about 105, 110. Based off of what I'm looking at here, before I put anything in the description, it's roughly about 105. So with tax about 110. So you have 40 bucks roughly plus 110. So right now we are 150 for 2 amazing smelling fragrances. Next up, one of my hidden gems, one of my favorite blind buys ever. You got Uomo Signature from Ferragamo. This right here is such a mind-blowing fragrance. I wear this on the regular. This is actually my 3rd small bottle of this. I need to stop being cheap and just get a bigger bottle. But for the sake of this example, Let's see what's in it, see how much it costs. What? That's not how you say it? Excuse me, it's actually Salvatore Ferragamo. Now for this fragrance, please, fall, night, autumn, winter, it's one of those fragrances that's a really great, only for that time of the year fragrance. This would be a good signature fragrance, right? It's a good everyday fragrance, good signature fragrance for those times of the year. I would recommend, if you can wear this every day, nobody's gonna smell like you. You'll find this online for a really great price. It lasts a really long time. And when I say really long time, I'm talking about 8 hours and 12 to 14 on the skin. It's a really, really amazing fragrance. You'll have yourself a great scent bubble on it. You're gonna get yourself that pink pepper, man, that mandarin, that grapefruit, the cinnamon, the cardamom. You definitely get a little bit of that coffee note, some tonka beans, some leather and patchouli. It's an amazing fragrance, and it is so dirt cheap. I mean, incredibly dirt cheap. I actually found this fragrance on Amazon. But for right now, I don't see that Amazon have this size, this cute little size. You can find this on fragrance.net. You can find this on Joma Shop, and they're all gonna be right around the same price. You're gonna get yourself roughly about, for this size with tax, about 25 bucks. So we got 110, we got 40, and we have 25. So 175, and we still have multiple fragrances left. We're doing pretty good for the start of our new fragrance collection. Now everybody knows about this beauty. My new collection would not be the same without Spicebomb Extreme. You need to get the Extreme version. I know the regular version is a little bit cheaper, but get the Extreme version, because this one right here is the bomb. Let's look it up. Now, Spicebomb Extreme is another one of those only wear in the fall, at night, autumn, and winter. I know you can see a little bit of a pattern here, right? Just to let y'all know too, because I do have people who watch this channel that lives in high humidity areas, Florida and everything. When it comes to fragrances like this, try to wear this around the coldest days of the season. Because of your humidity, this can get a little bit cloying. It's an amazing fragrance. The tobacco, the vanilla, the cinnamon, the cumin, the whiskey, the saffron. It's an amazing fragrance, man. I think if Victor and Rolf changed up their marketing a little bit, this can definitely be a retail fragrance for about 300 bucks. Honestly, that's just my true opinion on it. But this right here is amazing, and it's incredibly affordable. You can get yourself this right here, the big 3.4, under 100 bucks. You can get this definitely under 100 bucks. It looks like Joma Shop has the cheapest one right now for 92 plus tax. Let's round up to 100 bucks. So we have 40, we have 110, we have 25, and we have 100 bucks. So right now we're sitting at roughly 275. So 275, and we already have 4 fragrances in our collection. And what you can actually do is, if you want to upsize any of the fragrances that I talked about to get up close to that 500 mark, you definitely can. Because with these fragrances here, you're probably, depending on how much you wear cologne, you're definitely run through these. So if you want to upsize them, you definitely can. Last but not least, last but best, I wanted to throw in a niche fragrance, because I believe that depending on wherever you're at on your journey, you need to have at least one niche fragrance. Everybody who's been on this channel long enough knows that my favorite niche fragrance, and it has not been toppled yet, is Nishane Ani. Man, I think this is what heaven smells like on a daily basis. This is like walking on the streets of gold, and it's amazing. It's slightly fresh, it's slightly not, it's slightly dark, it's slightly not. It's an absolute gem. I recommend anybody getting it. This is my most blind buy safe fragrance. Some people may disagree, but this is my video. But this is absolutely such an amazing fragrance here. The vanilla in it, the woodiness, the citrus in it. You can wear this any time of the year except extremely high heat. It's sweet enough. Well, I've worn this in high heat, but I kept the trigger kind of soft on it. This right here is an amazing fragrance. You don't need much. You don't need much. It's amazing. You have the ginger, the bergamot, the cardamom, the vanilla, the benzoin, the sandalwood, the cedar, the patchouli, the musk. It is a must. It is amazing, man. And I would definitely continue to sing its praises, man. If you wanted to just get this, this will almost be all you need, but this would definitely round out your collection. You have yourself the lights, you have yourself stuff that are darker, you have stuff that are slightly mysterious and sweet. It is an amazing fragrance, man. Now, one thing that I can say about this is that it's a sheet sticker. Wear this with caution in a good way, because I have yet to find one person who dislikes this fragrance. That's just me. Some people may agree, and the people who disagree, I haven't found them yet. This is an amazing fragrance. And because we have all this leeway, because I believe we're roughly at $275, you have a lot of room to play with, depending on sizes and where you can get this from. But let's see what's the cheapest out there. Right now, what I'm seeing this for, and again, I'll go on the hunt and put the cheapest in the description, is roughly $150 with tax. Let's say that's about $155. I'm going to give you a bonus one I think will be a great gem for anybody, and it'll get us up to that $500 mark. This will be perfect for summer in incredibly high heat. It's Dolce&Gabbana's Light Blue Forever. It smells like grapefruit. 100% grapefruit on my skin. Don't worry about what the notes say. The notes are irrelevant. It smells like grapefruit. It's such an amazing, citrusy, inviting grapefruit. It just doesn't last long, but a lot of fragrances that tend for those high heat areas do not last long. So it's a reapplier, and that's why I kind of ran through it. And roughly about 2 months, 2-3 months, I ran through it for the summertime and the high heat. But it's such an amazing fragrance, and I would have to hunt this one down. But I know for a fact that it is under at least $75. So we'll be up to roughly about, with tax, about $480 with all of the fragrance here. And you got 6 fragrances. I want to thank everybody for stopping by for another video here at RonnieJTV. I appreciate all the likes, all the subscribes, all the conversations, all the comments. I even appreciate the dislikes because it makes me better. And I had a previous video, it's now private, that I was completely wrong in, and I rectified my wrongs quickly. Really, I think in about less than 2 days, I was back making another video saying how wrong I was because I went off emotion, didn't think like I usually would think. There is an update video to that, and I will show that right here. I think that's where it's gonna be at. Just saying how wrong I was. Here at the channel, we grow, we learn, we do better. And I'm thinking about starting a new thing called Fragrance Fridays, where I just go live on Fridays at 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We talk about fragrances, we talk about life, we talk about sports, we talk about everything. Just so y'all can get to know me better, get to know the collection better, and I can answer any questions that I couldn't in videos. Also, I had a subscriber here that asked about an Alexander 2 video, and I told him I was gonna do that video next. I wanted to give it one more wear. It's really early before Black Friday, and I wanted to give it one more wear while we're out for Black Friday, just to see if there's any other reactions I can get from it. Probably talk to some people that I do know at retailers, some fragrance counters that I know don't have Alexander 2, just to get their opinion on it, just so I can give you more informed opinion, if you will. Like I said, we're here, we're trying to do better, we're trying to learn. So please make sure to like, share, and subscribe so the channel can grow. Also, please go subscribe to the TikTok. I'm trying to go live on both, but with TikTok, I need 1,000 subscribers. Right now, I believe we at 775 or almost at 800, and we need 1,000. So please head to the TikTok. I'll put the TikTok in the description. Go follow me on TikTok so we can go live on both, and I can kind of grow that audience as well as I grow y'all here on YouTube. This is Ronnie from RonnieJTV.